Yo, yo. Yo, what's up everybody? Shit, man. It's been a long couple days. The past few days, man, been watching a shit ton of film. Man, just all these players, man. You know how that is too. You waste a lot of time just watching players that ain't even really on shit. So, but yeah, man. Just been breaking down all this film. I got a good show for you guys. I'm gonna break down, each pick that I think is the most valuable for us, at the spot. Um, for our third round pick, number 86 overall, I got five prospects that I kind of wanted to put out there. I wanted to put out more than three just for that third round pick because there's hella, you know what I mean? It's a lot of uncertainty of who's gonna fall later in that late second, or the third. I know I was doing a couple mock drafts, and it's kind of like all over the place. You got people coming in everywhere, but yeah, man, I'm gonna break it down based on our team needs, and I try to go best player, but obviously with free agency, there's still some holes. We still need help at O line. I feel like we need more depth. I feel like we need more depth on the D line as well. So there is some team needs still, in my opinion. So I kind of went off that, and yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys find a liking to it, and I encourage you to, you know if you're interested and curious on who we could possibly take, I suggest that you just do a little research, man. All of my picks that I picked are based on film. I glanced a little bit at Pro Football Focused. I glanced at the draft profiles of each player. I wanted to see what everybody did at the combine, but my all in all, my decisions come from the film. The film tells all, man. The Shout out to my man Tape Don't Lie, man. The tape don't lie, plain and simple. So without any further ado, let me slap on a little music, and let's get it going. So my first pick, if available, and this is all, of course, if these players are available. That's why I picked three for every pick. I'm hoping, one of these guys will be there. So, but like I said, for this 86th overall pick, I got five prospects that I would like, and I'm going to give it to you in order which I would select them. So, without further ado, my first selection, if available, at 86 will be Max Mitchell. Tackle, Louisiana, 6'6", 307 pounds. Now, my bad, y'all. I'm a one-man show right now. Let's get this going. If you see this tackle, Max Mitchell, he's a right tackle. You know what I mean, and which is the tackle spot that we need to look for. His footwork is crazy, man. You know, his first step right there, that first back step, is quick, dude, and he's back there. He's pretty much positioning himself in front of every DN that comes against him. Um, he has versatility in playing both tackle positions, so that's always great. Just in case Colton was to ever go down. Um, you know, Knock on wood, that ever happens. I don't even want to put that into the universe, but um, man, his footwork it puts him in a position to almost always win. And a lot of those things, like that first step especially, it's a habit that's in his game that he it's just with him naturally. And one thing I like about him is he's a fucking tough tackle, man. He finishes blocks to the ground, and that's what I want from my tackles and my guards. I want them to pancake. I want them to, if the defensive end or a D tackle falls over, man, fucking drill him into the ground, dude. Like, we're gonna. I want my linemen to make sure it's a long game for whoever they're going against. Um, This dude's consistent, man. He's a team leader. His teammates have a lot of great things to say about him. He's just a dog, man. So one of his cons is that he relies a little bit too much on his footwork, to where when he gets in front of somebody, his arms tend to look short. He kind of gets alligator arms when he's getting out there, and that's that you can get away with a lot of that in college, but in the pros, it's not gonna always be like that. It's he's gonna get some good matchups. He's gonna get people who really like to throw that punch out there. People like Khalil Mack, who he would be playing twice a year. Those guys really stretch that arm out, and fucking they use that to get space, and bend the corner or whatever. And when he relies just on that footwork alone, he can get caught leaning, and he can whiff on a block. So um that would be my first pick, man. My first pick. We need a right tackle. We need depth at right tackle. We need depth all over the offensive line. I'm going Max Mitchell with that. That's my first option. Second option for the 86th overall pick is Ed Ingram, left guard, LSU, 6'3", 317 pounds. He's a beast too, man. Let me pull up his tape right now. Yeah. Here we go. So Ed Ingram, he's a left guard. Dude's a fucking beast, man. He doesn't lose one-on-one battles at all. I would say his best trait is his ability to pick up the blitz. His awareness to pick up the blitz. He gets them right away, and he almost never loses that either, man. And the way he picks up the blitz is he kind of anchors down, so he'll give a linebacker, that 5 yard, room of rush to get momentum, and dude, fucking Ed Ingram doesn't even fucking move. It's crazy, man. And I was watching an interview with Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark's LSU alum, and he was saying that fucking Ed Ingram's just a mean motherfucker, dude, on the field. He's one of those dudes that he's a dickhead to his own teammates, in a fun way, but when he's on the field playing against you, man, he's a mean motherfucker, dude. It's almost like a Richie Incognito, and man, I don't know about you guys, man, but that fits our fucking persona like to a T. I like those nasty players that could I don't want to get too many penalties, I don't like the unnecessary roughness and all that shit, but I do like, man, sometimes you got to do some shit to to change the momentum or set the tone, shit. If dudes want to come out all spunky, trying to talk shit and just trying to play over aggressive, all fired up, man, sometimes you need a guy like like Richie Incognito or Ed Ingram. You need them to set the tone, like, man, you guys ain't gonna fuck with us, so Ed Ingram, some of his cons was, I thought his 3-point stance was a little too low. It kind of makes him look a little lethargic before his get off. Like I said, if he doesn't have anybody directly rushing in one of his gaps, he tends to just anchor down, which could be, I mean, it could be whatever. It just depends on what the defense is showing you. I noticed like a lot of 3-man rushes, he kind of gets caught just like, just up in air. But I mean, he's pass blocking, so another red flag for him was that he was suspended the 2019 season because of 2 sexual assault charges that were dropped. So I mean, everybody who's a Raider fan knows Mark Davis and how he feels about shit like that. So, I mean, it was a couple years ago they got dropped. I'm not sure how McDaniels feels about these guys, but I think Dave Ziegler ain't he ain't really rocking with guys with trouble pass or any type of shit like that. So, but dude's a hell of a player, strong dude. Like I said, I was watching a lot of one-on-one battles, and he doesn't lose, man. He doesn't lose. He picks up blitzes. Um, I want to say that that case that he caught was probably what really fucked up his stock. But man, dude's a monster, bro. Dude's a monster. So with my third option for that 86th overall pick, let me is going to be Brian Asamoah, linebacker out of Oklahoma, 6 foot, 226 pounds. Now this dude, I felt a little weird adding him because I highly doubt he'll be there. And with our needs at offensive line, I went with the tackle and I went with the guard. But if dude's there, he's primarily a middle linebacker. Man, I think you gotta fucks with it, man. This dude has a fucking motor. His upside and his ceiling, I think is fucking crazy because he attacks the ball, man. He attacks the ball, and he makes plays, man. Fucking champions don't make excuses; they make plays, man. His pursuit is off the hook. I was watching a couple of his games. Just his vision, man. His vision to find a clear lane to the running back is like it's like goddamn, He's undersized. He's only 226 pounds, which is it's whatever, man. I feel like he can gain a solid 5-6 pounds. Post training camp, 5-6 pounds, because everybody comes in heavy for training camp, and then throughout training camp, they shed a good 5 pounds. So I think that he'll be fine with the weight, the way he plays. I want to dive a little deeper to see. I was kind of struggling to see any games where he was really getting fucking, like a lot of guards getting to the second level and getting to him. But dude's elusive, man. He avoids those blocks. He finds the lane, and if they do happen to get outside, he has the speed and the pursuit to take that angle and fucking get him. So, man, dude's a monster. Like I said, his ceiling is crazy. But if he's there at 86, fuck, dude. If he's there and Max Mitchell and Ed Ingram are still there, or either one are still there, and we ended up getting Brian Asamoah, I ain't even mad, man. Like I said, I feel like you can't really have too much depth at linebacker. Last year, we had Nick Morrow, Tanner Muse, his dude from UNLV's Javin White. We had all these backers, right? We were like, oh shit, we're hella stacked at backer. Fucking, we got guys that can cover, we got guys that can play the run, and then by what seemed like week 1, we fucking had nobody. So it's always good to stack up on that linebacker position, man. So get out of this. My next prospect at 86. Goddamn, it's taking longer than I thought. We're gonna rock with my man Fedarian Mathis, D tackle, Alabama, 6'4", 312. And this dude, man, I always get a little like gun shy with trying to draft guys from Alabama, because they play with so much fucking talent, like people in the SEC are always like, oh, well, he's playing against top notch competition, and it's like, yeah, but he's also playing with fucking 3 other first round prospects. You know what I mean? These guys got a lot of talent around them, so it's hard. But Fedarian Mathis at the 3rd round, I don't see how you get him. That's him right there, number 48. I would say his biggest ability is his awareness of the football. I feel like when he first gets off on the snap, he can be a little high. His pad level's high, so good centers are going to be able to stand him up. But what makes up for that is he keeps his eyes in the backfield, so he's fully aware of where the quarterback is, of where the running back is, so he keeps good contain on that middle, And when we look at our division, we're going against Russell Wilson, we're going against Herbert, we're going against Patrick Mahomes. A lot of these guys know how to extend plays. When the edge rushers are coming off the edge, they know how to bounce up in the pocket and either scramble outside through there. And this guy, he's watching that. He's watching for that. If he loses the battle right off the snap, he's so good with his hands that he's able to keep a distance, not let the center or not let the guard get a hold of him, to where he could kind of maneuver and keep contained and sidestep and make a tackle at the line of scrimmage or for a short gain. So he's pretty consistent too. Great team captain, great leader, great character, does stuff around the community. He has pass rushing ability too. If he does get past that center right off the snap, he's going for that sack. And like I said, if he gets stood up, he has the hand fighting to keep his distance and kind of just keep containing. And like I said, he's watching where the play goes. So I think that he'd be a great pickup. I wouldn't be mad at it. We need more depth at the D line position. So he's good, but he's another player where it's like, man, I don't know if he'll make it to 86, but man, this draft has so much talent, dude. It's crazy. So let's go with my final. So this is the last one with this. Like I said, I got 5 players for this 86 pick, and the final guy would be John Mechie, wide receiver, Alabama, 5'11", 187 pounds. If you know, Alabama wide receivers, you guys, I know a lot of Raider fans are against drafting another Alabama wide receiver, but bro, it's a factory of fucking elite wide receivers. There's a reason why these top recruits want to go to Alabama. The coaching, the style of offense. It's an offense that gets you pro ready. So let's get this in here. So John Mechie, he had a crazy 2020 year with Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle. He really broke out. He actually showed flashes that he would be better than both of them. I don't know about Devontae Smith, but a lot of people were saying, man, this dude John Mechie is going to be that dude. He was putting up some crazy numbers. But then again, you got all this talent at wide receiver. You got guys trying to double Devontae Smith, who won the Heisman. And you got Jalen Waddle, who ended up getting injured earlier in the season. So that really gave Mechie a opportunity. But what I love about Mechie, man, is he's one of those explosive players that gets yards after the catch, and he can break a slant, to the house. He can take a screen to the house, and he's an explosive player, and that's what I feel like we need. We need explosive players, but being explosive doesn't just mean that you run a fucking good go route, or you got a 4.2 speed and you could just burn everybody. You know what I mean? In the NFL, that shit doesn't always translate. You know what I mean? That really only translates in the NFL if you got a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, that know how to extend plays. Because that's why Tyreek Hill gets all these crazy ass deep passes, because Patrick Mahomes is able to extend the play. He has all that time to fucking run across the field and run that way, and all that. And of course, man, you can't ask these corners and these safeties to cover everybody forever, especially with a guy with top-notch speed. So I would say, with the explosiveness of John Mechie, the most that I like about him is his intermediate routes. His intermediate routes, his 15-yard, 15 to 25-yard catches. He's able to run the post. He's able to run the flag. And, you know, in the NFL, man, when you're in that 2-minute drill, you know, you're in those game-winning drives, which, you know, us Raiders, I feel like we're fucking always hoping for a game-winning drive, or we're always on a game-winning drive. You need guys who know how to run those hitches, how to run those flags, how to run those posts, you know, how to get separation and all those. And this dude, he knows how to do it. He knows how to get open. He knows how to continue on his route across the field. And when he catches it, he's able to, you know, he's able to possibly take it. When he runs a hitch, he comes back to the ball, you know, and he sniffs the end zone, man. So that's what that's probably, I would probably have to say that that's his best trait, man. In the NFL, that's what's really, in my opinion, the most important, man. Can you run those intermediate routes, man? I feel like the deep routes are a little overrated, you know. In a 2-minute drill, when fucking everybody's playing prevent and you just gotta get in field goal range, you need guys who can run those intermediate routes that could fucking just find the hole in the zone, get open, and make those first down grabs, man. People who can make sideline catches. And I think Mechie can do that, man. I think that with Edgar Bennett, I think that he could elevate him, you know, and make him even better. And Devontae too. So one of his cons is, you know, he kind of body catches a lot, just like that catch right there. You know, he rarely high points the ball. You know, so you're not gonna see him moss a whole lot of people. But like I said, I feel like something like that could sort of be coached a little bit. You know, at his level, it's a bad habit. You know, very bad habit. And a big con. So he'd be a pick definitely for the future. You know, because he tore his ACL in December. So, you know, I would say the earliest he'd be ready to go is October. You know. So he's definitely a guy that you can't expect a whole lot this year from. You know, you're not going to read a whole lot of headlines of him in training camp because he won't be padded up, you know, and he's somebody that's really going to thrive in another year, you know. So he's more for the future. But to John Mechie, fucking baller. Like I said, his stock really fell because he had a bad year. You know, he the way he played in 2020 really built up the hype for him for 2021, and he kind of didn't live up to it, man. And I don't know what was going on, but in the Florida game, Kyer Elam like pretty much shut him down. He couldn't really do shit. So but that's to me that's a good thing, you know. It made him drop on the board, and that doesn't lower his ceiling. I feel like he still has a high ceiling, and I think that his game could translate well in the pros. Let me see, man. I'm the only one in this bitch. Oh hell no! I don't know who this is, Nicholas, but whatever. I'm fucking with you for even stopping in here. What's up, Angie? What's up, Angie? All right, let's try to stay buttoned up here. So on to the next round, fourth round. Fourth round. Who we got? We got none other than Neil Farrell Jr., nose tackle, LSU, 6'4", 330 pounds, man. Let me get his tape up. All right, here we go. Neil Farrell. So what stood out to me first with Neil Farrell and his tape is his fucking get off, man. His get off from the snap is quick. It's quick. This dude ain't playing, man. And his pad level is fucking low. He like his leverage is perfect. Look at that. Just wrecking shit. So right off the rip, you know, he has great pad level to use his leverage. You know, he has great moves to shed his blocker, and he's consistently disruptive, man. consistently. And from a nose tackle, I know Patrick Graham's looking to sort of, switch around our defense. He wasn't really clear on what kind of packages he's going to be running, or at least mainly besides nickel or dime packages, sub defenses. But I feel like a guy like Neil Farrell, I think that he has a spot on this roster, man. I feel like we could use somebody, a true nose tackle who knows how to fucking just disrupt every play. Even if he's not getting a sack, even if he's not, getting a pass deflection, he's being disruptive, man. He's being disruptive, and he's getting penetration past that offensive line. So he would be my first option in the 4th round at pick 126. We need depth at D tackle, and this is that dude. This is that dude. A lot of people are saying he's primarily a run defending D lineman. I guess, I guess. One con that really stood out to me though was fucking his when he gets in the backfield and he misses, man, he fucking misses. It's not good. I gotta see what's up with this music though. The fuck? There we go. I don't know what the fuck that was. So yeah, man. I mean, like I said, his pad level's low. He has a great motor. Super disruptive player, man. I don't see how we go wrong getting him at number 4, or in the 4th round at 126. So with that being said, let's go to our next prospect. Let's go to that next. Yo. Hey, am I frozen? Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna just keep rocking, man. It looks like I'm frozen, but fuck. My bad, y'all. My bad. Jojo Daman or Daman? Jojo Daman? I think Jojo Doman. So Jojo Doman, outside backer for Nebraska, fucking crazy motor. Dude plays at the 2nd level as well. He can cover flats, and man, this dude makes plays, man. This dude, you want to talk about a guy who fucking goes all out every play? It's Jojo Doman. Crazy motor, dude knows how to rush. He can disguise his rush by lining up on the slot, and man, dude's a fucking hog. I really like this kid. One of the things that limits him, and I could see why we don't get him, is he's used to a 3-4 scheme, and he's also like 228 pounds, as an outside linebacker. And at 228 pounds as an outside linebacker, if a guard pulls, he's gonna fuck you up. He's gonna get trucked. So if he plans on playing that same type of scheme, he's gonna have to put on some weight. Or I could see teams trying to do some shit like make him a strong safety, maybe. Just because he just doesn't have the size. But man, this dude's motor is fucking crazy. You can't coach it. Um, and guys who play like that, I feel like you gotta find somewhere on your roster. He could be a good special teams guy. He could be a uh he could be he could be used, man. He could be used. I like I said, I really like him. I like his tape. Every play he's all out. And I would, if Neil Farrell wasn't there, I wouldn't mind getting him. And he's kind of a tie with this guy right here. This my next guy that I'm gonna put up. Um, Marquise Hayes, left guard, Oklahoma, 6'5", 324 pounds. Um, let me see. Look at that. Fucking beast. Number 54. Marquise Hayes, get the fuck down. This dude, man. This dude, again, he's another left guard, plays nasty, constantly winning one-on-ones, unlike my guy Ed Ingram. So Ed Ingram, I don't know if I had said one of Ed Ingram, who's like my second guy I would take at number 86. One of his flaws was that he gets lost the second level. If there's nobody right in front of him and he gets to that second level, he kind of just fucking gets lost and doesn't. You just see him out in the air looking for somebody, and with Marquise Hayes, it's the opposite. When he gets to that second level, he's knocking people over. He's gonna if he gets that first guy down, he's looking for another guy and he finds him quick. And that's what turns a 5-yard run into a 12-15-yard run. And dude, like I said, dude's a hog. He's constantly winning one-on-ones. And I want to say he started 2 years. I could be wrong on that, but he's a beast, man. The one knock that I really have on him, and it's a big one, especially when you're going into the NFL, is his footwork is terrible. If you see that, look at him. He's kind of just moping when he pulls. It's that first step is so slow, and he just looks like there's no fluidity in his movement, man. There's no fluidity in his movement, and it's like, half seconds, milliseconds, all that shit. It's that one step makes a huge difference in the NFL, bro. These guys are all legit. These guys are all gonna be fast. These guys are all gonna be strong for their size. So that's my one knock. And the way he does it is, it looks like it's just in him. You know what I mean? It's his muscle memory. It's how he plays. And it looks like it's a bad, or it's a habit that he might not be able to break. So like I said, man, that's why he's my third option at 126. Like a beast though. Overall beast. His bad technique works for him at the collegiate level, but it's if we were to get him in, my man Carmen Brasillo has a work to do for sure. All right, man. So with the 5th round pick, we got 2 back-to-back picks in the 5th round, 164 and 165. So I'm gonna give you 6 players real quick, and I'll kind of be quick with them. The one guy that I want to give some attention to though is Micah McFadden, linebacker out of Indiana, 6'1", 240. Now this dude is a fucking beast. This dude is a beast, man. If I wouldn't mind if they passed up on Brian Asamoah, get Max Mitchell or Ed Ingram, so they could have their eyes set on on Micah McFadden in the 5th round, because Micah McFadden, watch, I'm gonna show you right now, man. Dude's a fucking beast. Fucking beast. Number 47. So Micah McFadden, man, he can play the Mike or Will role, you know, and he could do it all, dude. He could blitz, he could spy, he can cover, he could take on blocks. His instincts are fucking crazy. Like if you watch any of the Indiana games, right, you'll see 47 everywhere, you know, and that's just not coachable, man. It's not coachable. That like he's a certified baller. The thing why he doesn't get a whole lot of shine is he has a fucking terrible team. You know, Indiana, I think at one point when they had lost to Michigan, I think they were like 2-6. Oh no, they're 5-5 right here. At one of his years, they were like 2-6, and then, you know, like even 5-5, dude. Like, you know, that's not, nobody's tuning into no fucking Indiana game, you know. And people wanna, everybody's high on Nakobe Dean, you know, out of Georgia, but it's like, man, Nakobe Dean's playing behind Devontae Wyatt and Jordan Davis, you know, and bro, who's a edge rusher too. Like these guys are all like top 20 first round, top 20 picks, you know, in the draft. Like it's easy to look good when you're playing behind all these fucking elite defensive linemen, you know what I mean? But when you're playing behind some shit, if your defensive linemen are playing bad and you're a linebacker, you're gonna fucking be mismatched. You're gonna have guards on you. You're gonna be eating blocks all game, you know. And this dude, Micah McFadden, he just makes it fucking happen, dude. He smells the ball. He knows how to rap. He knows how to cause turnovers, man. He knows how to get sacks. His closing speed is crazy. You know, he's a good size, 6'1", 240. You know, dude's a baller, man. I think for the value and from what I've been seeing in a lot of mock drafts, his value I think might be the best. You know, at where he'll be selected, straight up. And like I said, I know we got Denzel Perriman. I know we got homie from the Titans too. His name's slipping my mind right now. And you know, I know, and we got Divine Diablo, who I'm super high on too. You know, I hope Divine Diablo takes that next step, because I thought that he started a little shaky, you know, in the Miami game, but as shit progressed, it's like, dude, like he was our guy. You know what I mean? So I think you know, we keep Divine Diablo where he's at and let him keep progressing. I hope Patrick Graham feels the same way that we feel about him. But like I said, man, the linebacker position, there's no, you got to have depth at that position. You know, these guys are getting concussed pretty often now. You know, Micah McFadden can cover. He's just a great player, dude. He's a great player. Like I said, bad school. I think that he would be a great addition to our team. So my next pick, the 5th, would be Kyle Phillips, wide receiver, UCLA, 5'11", 191 pounds. And here's another baller, man. Let me see. So Kyle Phillips, you know, productive wide receiver, and he can return punts and kicks. Look at that on Derek Stingley right there. Just fucking smelling the end zone, dude. Not giving up, man. That's a dude who wants to win right there. You know, he has great short routes, intermediate routes. You know, a prototypical type of wide receiver for Josh McDaniels offense. You know, He can run jet sweeps. You know, he can be in the slot a lot. Um, you know, over like he's just a productive wide receiver for UCLA. And like I said, his nose for the end zone. If he catches in the red zone, this dude's trying to fucking score, man. He ain't trying to go out of bounds. He ain't trying to go down. He's trying to do what he got to get in there, you know. And I think that some of his cons will be that he kind of depends a lot on separation, you know, on the deeper balls. Um, if he's a little dude, so you know and he's not going to be, you know, making some crazy catches over guys. But like I said, his quickness speaks for itself. Like, you got to watch him on the tape, and his 40 time was actually, you know, it actually ruined his stock a lot. He ran a 4.58 at the combine, and I don't. To me, that shit's irrelevant, dude. Like, I'm not one of these guys that raves about guys 40 times and how well they did in the combine. You know what I mean? I feel like the combine is really for it's cool to kind of just see where guys are at, but it doesn't really work on the field. You know what I mean? All these athletic freaks that fucking show out on the combine, who's like the last one to really be like a all pro type of player? Like, I would say maybe Myles Garrett, you know. But when you look at like Darren McFadden, fucking crazy combine, always injured. Jadeveon Clowney, crazy combine, always injured. You know, I try not to get too hung up on the combine stats or results, but if you just watch the film, this dude, it doesn't look like he runs a 4.5 on the film. You know what I mean? And especially with these wide receivers, speed. Wide receiver, it's about acceleration and how shifty are you, how quick are it's acceleration, agility, and how shifty are you. Can you get in and out of your breaks quick? You know, can you get to your top speed, you know, before a defender can? That's what it's about, man. Like, how many times did we see Henry Ruggs? And I'm not trying to shit on Henry Ruggs, but man, there was a lot of balls that he caught, pause, and he should have fucking been gone. You know what I mean? If he had elite acceleration, he would have been gone. But because the way he takes his long strides, it takes him a minute to get to that top speed. You know, especially if he's running, if he's turning a corner. You know what I mean? It doesn't translate well in the NFL, man. There was a play that John Gruden drew up for him. He ran it against Carolina, and then he ran it against I think it was Miami. It's that deep post, you know, or that deep, like, is a deep post pretty much, and he was always wide open. Derek would hit him right on stride, and he would fucking end up getting caught on the sideline. You know what I mean? Because he can't run, you know, sideline to sideline and then cut that corner up. You know what I mean? He wasn't shifty enough, and that's what it is. And even if he did pursue to the pylon, he couldn't break out to where he could just cut in, you know. And to me, I like I said, I just feel like that top speed shit is just overrated, man. It's just overrated. And if you watch Kyle Phillips's film, you'll see that his game can go into the pros. Shit, my bad, SC. I'm not trying to steal your shit. I'm subscribed, Playboy. Um, but yeah, Brody. Let's see who else we got, man. I'm gonna start kind of running through these because I know it's a lot. You know, my third guy for the fifth round would be Michael Clemens, DN, Texas A&M, 6'5", 270. Let me get him up. Damn. I'm kind of off this music, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This shit crazy, bro. All right, so Michael Clemens. Let's get it. This is my first time on StreamYard too, so I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to get this little workflow in. You feel me? All right, here we go. Michael Clemens, number 2, firing up his team. Um, relentless dude with his rush. That was like one of the first things that popped out to me on his tape. He has prototypical size and strength for the NFL. You know, um, if you see dude's a monster, man. I was reading that he was a great teammate. I saw a couple interviews with him, man, and I liked the way he was talking about Texas A&M and just how loyal he is to his teammates, his players. I feel like he has a solid foundation to take his game to the next level with coaching, in the NFL. Um, One thing about him that you know it's it kind of hinders him is he doesn't have a whole lot of moves from the outside. He has a spin move to the inside, or he really just tries to go all the way. He tries to just use bend and get around on that tackle, and he's good at those two moves. He has production. He has production, and his spin is violent. But like I said, these tackles in the NFL, they're gonna get used to that. They're gonna adjust during the game. That move might work a couple times, but they're gonna be able to adjust to that, and he's gonna have to, you know, add stuff to his arsenal on how he attacks these tackles. But overall, man, like I said, I thought he had a great foundation. Dude's fucking tough. Look at him, good ball awareness. Dude has a great base to get started. So, like I said, man, he's my third overall option. If it's up to me, I'm getting Micah McFadden and Kyle Phillips, with those back-to-back picks. But if one of them's gone, man, I like Michael Clemens, and I know we got Chandler Jones, I know we got Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, but we can't we gotta make sure that we have depth, and we have depth with guys that have these fundamentals to at least be solid, productive players. And I think that Michael Clemens, he fits the description. So one kind of knock on him is earlier before I think before the season started in 2021, he did have a marijuana and gun possession charge, and it suspended him from one game. So the marijuana I'm not too worried about. The gun charge is a little weird because I mean, I'm assuming that he was in Texas when it happened, right? So I know Texas, their laws with guns are a little more lenient than somewhere like California. But yeah, man, I mean, it's not stuff you want to hear, but like I said, it was just one game. From the interviews I seen with him, he seemed like a good dude, and I wanna. I think that I believe in second chances, man. As long as you ain't doing no crazy shit like like fucking sexually assaulting women or any type of shit like that, or whatever, or fucking having a fake girlfriend like Monte Teo, I think that you're cool. I think that you're cool. So next, I got Jack Sanborn, middle linebacker, Wisconsin, 6'2", 234. Another dude, you know, this dude, he plays bigger than what he is. He eats blocks. Let me try to get his tape on. Um, Productive dude, Wisconsin. Wisconsin breeds them white boys, man, that know how to ball. We got JJ Watt. Fuck, man. Like, look at you look at a Wisconsin game, it's like the only team with like hella white players. um, but yeah, man, he causes a fumble right here, which is cool. He didn't quit on the play. That's him, number 57. Um, So Jack Sanborn, man, a bruiser linebacker between the tackles, and that's really where he thrives. He thrives in the box, and in between the tackles, really. He can get outside and he can cover. You see him just get a pick right there. But it's really just those short, those tight end pop passes or stuff that's really, kind of in front of him. He'll take it, which is good. He has the awareness to take what they give him. But I will say that his sideline to sideline speed isn't the greatest. Um, he when you watch him, it looks like he's like 250 pounds. To me, I'm like, damn, dude's huge, and he could rush. He could rush. I think that he's a solid middle linebacker, man. Um, you know, I think that he would be another great depth piece for us, and I like his style of play, a high intensity guy. You know, I think that I don't know what his injury history is exactly, but dude's a beast. My next guy I got is Pierre Strong. This is all for those two back-to-back picks for fifth round, 164 and 165. I got Pierre Strong, running back out of South Dakota State. Um, dude's another guy who I think has a high upside. It starts getting a little dicey when you get into the fifth, sixth round, man, because you're gonna see a lot of tape. That's a little suspect, but this dude, I think he has the tools to be successful at that next level. So that's him right there. Just get into the second level, and then his breakaway speed. He ran a 4.3 at the combine, you know, and you could see it on the tape. Um, he's very shifty, especially in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. He's able to his shuffle, man, to the side is just crazy, dude. Like he just sidestepped like three guys right there, and then the ability to just gain your top speed right there, like damn, that's crazy. One thing I don't like about him is I feel like he runs a little high. I feel like his pad level's high, you know. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Latavius Murray. You know what I mean? And in the NFL, especially when you're hitting the line of scrimmage, you're hitting gaps with a sort of a high pad level. You're bound to get lit up. I remember the game against Pittsburgh with Latavius Murray. I remember he went to cut some outside, and Mike Mitchell just fucking leveled him. You know what I mean? And concussed him. So, that would probably be my biggest knock on him is his pad level and his run style. When he starts getting into space, it looks like the ball is a little out there. So I'd be a little worried about of him, the ball getting punched out. But um, dude, he went to a small school, so of course he's not going to get as many looks as any of these other running backs. But I think that with even with our pickups that we've gotten in free agency, our running backs, I feel like in the fifth round, as the talent starting to fall off the board, I feel like if he's available, I mean, I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not mad at it at all. I think that he looks like he knows how to really be elusive, especially at the line of scrimmage, and I think that's what he does best. So overall, good player, man. Next, I think this is my final one. Yeah, my final guy for these back-to-back picks would be Yusuf Corker, safety out of Kentucky, 6 foot, 203 pounds. Um, you know, like I said, when you start getting to these rounds, you're gonna see a lot of tape where it's like, you're gonna see some bad tape on some of these guys. But I think that this dude has a has some tangible things that can make him, a productive player. Definitely a role on special teams starting out, at the very least. But um, I like his he can play deep halves. He can rush. He had a very versatile role with Kentucky, where they had him doing a lot of things like rushing the quarterback. They had him playing deep halves. They had him playing cover three and stuff like that. So I uh I like his intensity. First of all, he's one of them fire up players. Likes to likes to make plays and get everybody hyped. Um, you know, his vision of the field is great. You know, he can see a lot when he's back, playing those deep halves. And it'd be I still want to see what Tyree Gillespie gives us. But if we don't end up getting Tyron Matthew, and then one of these guys is available, and some of the other guys that I named were off the board, I wouldn't mind getting Yusuf Corker. You know, like I said, one of his big flaws is that he kind of overcommits. Um, there'll be times where he'll just lose leverage from how he's committing on the outside and just fucking get juked, or he'll miss a tackle because running back cut on him. So and then same thing on like some of those digs. I know he's getting a pick right here, but some of those digs or some of those across the field type of routes, if he sometimes he takes a bad angle and he'll just whiff on the tackle. So I feel like that's coachable. Like I said, he has the speed, he has the ball skills. He can track down those go routes, and he positions himself nicely to make that run to the sideline, and cut those off like Charles Woodson would do. but but yeah, man. I think uh I think I'm done with the film. I can kind of just go over some of the last three guys for our seventh round pick. Um, let me see if I even. Yeah, yeah. So I didn't even pull them up, but for the seventh round, like I said, when you get to the seventh round, it's real fucking dicey. You're gonna get guys with you know uh they make plays one play, and then fucking the next play they're loafing it or they're getting blown up. But my first option in the seventh round would be Logan Bruss. He's a tackle out of Wisconsin, but he played tackle and guard. He took a lot of reps at both. He's 6'5", 309 pounds. Um, Let me get him up on the screen. Oh damn, I didn't even make a banner for him. Oh shit. But yeah, Logan Bruss, man, he's a great run blocker. He's an above average blocker, but he has the strength, and pad level. His knees stay bent to sustain leverage, which is good. And when he plays tackle, one of the things I notice is that he allows himself to not be the first guy putting his hands out, getting his hands on the tackle, and it'll cause him to get beat outside, and he allows pressure. I don't think I seen a rep where he gave up a sack, but I definitely seen some pressures. And that's again, I feel like that's something that could be coached. It's a tool that could be added to his arsenal. Um, he another thing that I didn't like is that he kind of did just enough to get a block. He wasn't like a Max Mitchell where, a Max Mitchell when he blocks you, if you fall down, Max Mitchell's gonna fucking drive you into the ground. He's not Max Mitchell's playing to the whistle. Whereas Logan Bruss, when I've seen a lot of his plays, if a defender falls down, he's kind of just like whatever. He's not making him pay. You know what I mean? And these linemen, we want to make it a long game for these defensive lines. We got to go against the Khalil Macks of the world, the Joey Bosa's, the you know, fucking Chris Jones, Clark from Kansas City, fucking Bradley Chubb. Man, these guys are all explosive guys, but the way you slow them down is you make them work and you make it a long game for them, and you beat them up. You got to beat them up, man. Every play, you gotta let them know this is gonna be a long day. you know. So that's a knock, and like I said, I feel like that could be coached. You know, So we'll see. My second option in the seventh round, Carson Wells, outside linebacker. He's kind of an outside linebacker, edge rusher. He mainly plays in a 3-4. Out of Colorado, 6'4", 250. I would say his contain is great. He has good instincts, smelling the screen and misdirections. So he's good on that. I feel like he was above average covering. I think he has a defensive touchdown. He has some nice pass breakups in the flat and on the seam. He shows flashes, and like I said, he went to a smaller college, and he needs that 3-4 uh, defensive package. So I'm not sure. I'm still not sure where we have room for players like that. I know Patrick Graham wants to switch this defense around, but I think that he would be a great special teams guy, a high motor guy, and he's another dude, man. That just if you watch any of the Colorado tape, he's always around the ball. So he would be my second pick, and you know what? They might be like tied. If he wasn't a primarily a 3-4 outside linebacker, I would for sure have him above Logan Bruss. But with our need and depth at the O line, I feel like Logan Bruss. At it's the seventh round, man. I like fuck, dude. We just if we don't end up getting a tackle, in any of these with any of these other picks, which I think we will. Um, I think that he's somebody to look out for. And my last and final prospect for that seventh round would be Isaac Taylor Stewart, cornerback at a USC, 6'1", 201 pounds. Um, you know, he's a dude that has physical traits coming out of high school. I believe he was the fastest or one of the fastest players in high school. He was highly recruited by Alabama. All the SEC teams doing his thing. But he decided to go to USC, and like I said, it's there's some film where it's not good. He's getting lost in coverage. But then you see flashes of him like playing great. He's on it. He's shadowing his receiver. He's turning around looking for the ball. You know, uh he shows that he has flashes to be a pro corner, but I don't know what's going on at USC. I don't know if the coaching just wasn't helping him elevate, if it was a distraction because he's from SoCal and maybe he just wasn't totally focused on football, but there was a lot of hype of him coming out of high school, and it just didn't really translate in the as good in the college game. I know he got benched at 1.2 in his college career, so I mean, that's not nice, but I mean, hopefully you can hope that that creates a hunger in him. And I think that, like I said, I think that he picked it up a little bit like later in the season, but um like I said, in the seventh round, man, you're gonna have guys with a lot of bad film, and all you can do is look for flashes and look for the potential. He has the physical traits to be a corner in the NFL, and I just in the seventh round, a corner. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man. Those are my guys. It took a little longer than I thought it was gonna take, man. I thought it was gonna be a little on point. It's my first stream. I think I'm gonna keep on doing these streams because fucking I was editing videos in Final Cut Pro, and last Thursday I spent like 2 hours shooting and editing a video. I think it was like 30 minutes, and when I uploaded it to YouTube, the shit like just didn't work. So, or it's still in my drafts. It just had an error when it was uploading, and I was like, man, fuck, dude. Like I can't be having that habit, and then the shit I'm talking about is fucking old news. You know what I mean? So I think I might just start coming live. Just as a way to document my videos. I know like right now there ain't gonna be a whole lot of people up in here, but I ain't even really tripping, man. I'm just doing this to give my insight. I know it's a little shaky, and shit. But yeah, bro. Like I said, my top guys will be Max Mitchell, Neil Farrell Jr., Micah McFadden, Kyle Phillips, and Logan Bruss. Logan Bruss, Carson Wells, either one in the seventh round. I feel like if we were to get these guys in the draft, I feel like our front office did a great job. So let me know what you think, man. Let me know who you guys had. Us picking at 86, 126, 164, 165, 227. I'd really be interested to hear who you guys think. If there's any other film that I should look at, because if you if you guys watch film, you guys know how it is, man. It's shit's time consuming. You're taking notes. You're looking for game film, right? You wanna load up the whole game, because if you look up someone's highlights, man, of course they're gonna look good. You know what I mean? It's showing nothing but their pluses, but you got to watch games where it just shows all the plays on the defensive side of the ball, all the plays on the offensive side of the ball, depending on who you're looking at, and that way you could really just lock in on that player and see uh see them lose a couple downs, and then see if they adjust. There was one play with Ed Ingram that I seen where he actually got a little IE on the he was watching the edge rusher, and he kind of got lost, and he let a middle linebacker come in, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see the next play if he adjusts. And he fucking adjusted, you know. He adjusted. They ran like the same type of stunt, and he fucking caught it. And see, that's the type of stuff you gotta watch for. You gotta watch to see if these guys adjust. You can't just be watching highlight films. And I'm sure there may be a couple guys I missed, but I thought I did a good overall look for the amount of talent that would be available in the third round. Um, I feel confident on the guys that I picked, and who knows, man? Maybe we trade a couple of these guys on their last year of their rookie contract, and we move up in the draft, and we can get a guy like Christian Harris, or we can get a Kyer Elam, which is doubtful. It's very doubtful, But I seen in a couple mock drafts that some of these experts had Elam drop into like the 40s, and I'm just like, damn, if Elam could drop to the 40s and we could somehow trade up and get him, I think that his ceiling is crazy. And he's like I said, he shut down Mechie in that game. He shut down a few people, and I really like his style of play, and he's got a chip on his shoulder because I believe he's the third overall corner in a lot of these guys' boards. Everybody has Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley. Rightfully so. Um, in those top two slots, but man, if we can get a guy like that, I'm big on Christian Harris as well. Fuck, dude. I think that that'll be great for us. So, like I said, man, let me know what you guys think, what you guys thought of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And just let me know who you thought we should get at these spots. But without with that being said, man, I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. If we get any breaking news about Tyrann Mathieu or any of these other guys. I won't be going live every day. I'll try to keep it to a couple times a week, but I want to keep doing this and keeping this consistent, and just give my thoughts, man. So, Raider Nation for life. I'm out.